Language Rationale, Montessori Education Curriculum. Introduction. The education curriculum outlines the procedures and methods of teaching particular school content of the curriculum. Countries have different forms of education curricula based on which paradigm best suits the country's needs. Dr. Montessori is one of the pioneer educators, physicians, and innovators who designed one education curriculum paradigm known as the Montessori education curriculum in a Montessori school. Dr. Montessori designated a unique way in which learning naturally develops in children. The learning approach defined the most intriguing aspect of rationale on why teaching occurs as it is happening. The Montessori education curriculum broadly covers learning through elements like language rationale, sensory features, mathematics through simple arithmetics, cultural studies, and practical life skills. An analysis of the language rationale in the Montessori education curriculum shows that learning occurs through spoken language, writing, reading, phonograms, the function of words, and reading analysis. Spoken language. According to Montessori, language is innate, and it is one trait of humans to express themselves, either orally or in written form. The art of learning a language, according to Montessori, begins after the child enters a new environment. Children learn the spoken language much more quickly through environmental influence. Adults play a significant role in realizing the spoken language in children. Therefore, spoken language is the duration children learn to develop a gracious, strong, ordered, and logical voice. Spoken language is taught indirectly through oral experiences and influenced by an organized, accessible environment. This point about the association and reliable schedules should be focused on because the association of the youngster's environmental elements is connected straightforwardly to how the psyche ends up being requested or scattered. As the youngster communicates with the climate, he puts together his knowledge. Adults likewise work to give unlimited open doors to the youngsters to talk, utilize their new dialect, and hear our language in its blending structures in general. Through this training, Nasution claims that the kids work to consummate their discourse, pronunciation, jargon, syntax, stating, and sentence structure, to consummate their verbal articulation, especially via the utilization and the slight changes the youngsters make each time the words leave their lips. If they become bosses of their language, they should acquire experience utilizing it. Teaching here occurs through repetition, for example, pronouncing words slowly at the child's pace, demonstrating word pronunciation, and using the 3-period lesson to teach specific terms. Using oral techniques to enhance spoken language in children is helpful as it facilitates effortless mastery of the words. Writing. Writing alludes to the capacity to assemble letters to make a word. It very well may be done regardless of whether one has no substantial control of the hands. In that capacity, this scholarly part of writing might grow even before the hand can hold a pencil. Hence, the child must be taught how to have a pencil, and book, and the identification of different sounds. Indeed, even when the kid comprehends the sounds and images of his language, he won't advance toward language authority except if he is inside spurred to do as such. The kid should want to write. Reading. Eventually, when the youngster's verbal language requirements, phonetic mindfulness, and composing have been met, there is a supernatural occasion. The kids use their first words. When they read their first words, they would rather not quit perusing for the most part. Adults must keep on protecting their developing self-assurance by giving them an ever-increasing number of phonetic words to peruse. Then, at that point, adults gradually branch out into phonetic words that incorporate phonograms/digraphs. However, simultaneously acquaint them with high-recurrence puzzle words. These are sight words that lessly adhere to the guidelines and should be retained, words like you, as, were. Parents should follow the kids' speed as they parents gradually branch out to non-phonetic terms and afterward first peruser books. Meanwhile, tracking down ways of empowering and rousing the kid to compose, utilizing the developing word reference of words they can peruse. Phonograms. Phonemic mindfulness starts with the kids' information on sounds immediately after they are introduced into a new environment. The kid should have the option to hear the sounds in words. We can assist kids with hearing individual sounds by articulating gradually and cautiously, reassuring the youngsters to express and articulate words, rehashing new words, singing melodies, understanding books, recounting verses, and playing sound games such as I Spy. This assists the kids with hearing the center sounds. Functions of words. At this stage, guardians and parents straightforwardly show youngsters the sounds and images of our language. In Montessori study halls, 2 essential educational materials are used to show kids the sounds that each letter makes and how you can put those letters/sounds together to make words, the sandpaper letters and the portable letter set. The sandpaper letters permit youngsters to follow the state of each letter while they say its sound, not its name. The portable letter set enables them to put those images/sounds together to make words even before their hand can hold a pencil. Once the youngsters can connect sound with image, they need open doors and motivation to utilize that information. Conclusion. The reading analysis involves breaking down texts into smaller parts to understand better. For example, children are taught reading analysis to identify critical points in a text and react appropriately. Reading analysis helps simplify a text into smaller portions for better understanding and interpretation. Since the children are still new to phonetics, children need the sentences simplified for them to enable them to identify characters most easily. Hence, reading analysis significantly assists children in mastering language.